Get ready to take your shot with Buckshot Brew. Brewed using Arabica beans from the Cordillera region, this strong and refreshing iced coffee drink gives you a bold flavor with a much-needed kick to boost your day. Available in sweet black, chilled vanilla, salted caramel, and white mocha, each drink is handcrafted so you can be sure of quality and freshness. Take your shot now with Buckshot Brew.
So as the movie, you know, we sat down early. We sat down very early before you guys did, no, at our seats.
Yeah.
And Luna and I took turns going to the bathroom. When I left her alone, she couldn't help but eavesdrop on the people that she was sitting next to. And then the
Okay.
woman beside her asked the other person that she was with, pointing at Tessa Thompson, saying, "Yan ba yung anak ni Lionel Richie?"
What?
And,
Wow.
and Luna tried to figure out what that meant. And she started connecting it to, baka she means anak ni Lenny Kravitz because si Zoe Kravitz is a black woman who acts.
Uh,
Or
But
no, it could be the girl from Simple Life.
yeah,
Nicole
see,
Richie.
yeah, but that's
but
Nicole Richie.
that's Nicole Richie looks nothing like
Yeah,
Tessa
yeah.
Thompson,
Well,
diba?
cue in Sweet Child of Mine because we are talking about the highly anticipated Thor Love and Thunder. So, yes, we have here on board, we have Karen Medevera. Say hi, Karen.
Woo! Hello, eat my hammer. Woot woot.
Nice.
Uh, Karen, aka the goat.
Yes, I went as the goat. I will. I will. Do I do
And
the sound?
and not the acronym greatest of all time, but as a literal
and, uh,
as the guardian goat.
An actual goat.
and we have also
I'm ga-
a guardian goat.
sa huli ko na
And we have
gagawin yung
also with us our grumpy Tito, Carljoe Javier. Say hi, Carl.
Hi guys, I'm embracing this branding now. But also I was worthy to
Yes,
watch the premiere with you guys. So yeah,
yes, seatmates.
Mall of Asia. Oh my gosh. And we so hate going to.
I'm
it is
obsessed.
like crossing the Bifrost.
It's like going to the fair, like a feria.
So I think it's a good opening for us to think about whether we were excited about this because one thing that I've been thinking about is superhero fatigue. Everyone says that they have it
Mm,
at some point, and you know we've been watching Moon Knight. I know we're all watching Ms. Marvel. Uh,
Miss
we
Marvel,
we
yeah.
all saw Doctor Strange, although we didn't get to see it in the same screening. But
Mm.
my question here is, how excited are you still for superheroes in general, and then for Love and Thunder specifically?
I was gonna say, I do have the. I still have hope. I'm very optimistic about the superhero genre just because we're transitioning to the girl power phase of our superhero genre. We have a lot of female led shows, and I was particularly stoked for Love and Thunder because you don't have just one token female superhero. You have two badass women, you know, kicking ass and taking names and making really weird catchphrases for their attacks. So I was so excited, and it did not disappoint for me. I just wanted. It makes you wanna say hashtag women with sparkles all over, all caps. What do you guys think?
Well, for me, I think since we're geeks kasi we're nerds. So parang, superhero films, the superhero genre is always something exciting for us. So parang I don't think that ako personally, I don't think that I have it yet yung superhero fatigue. But for Love and Thunder, yeah, sure, I was excited, I was thinking that, I was expecting that it was going to be a lot like Ragnarok. So I was expecting that it was going to be silly, crazy, and I was going to be laughing, which I did in when we saw it, when we saw Love and Thunder. But what I did not expect was to cry, and I cried a lot. And I have to say, I actually cried more in this film than I did for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Ako naman, thanks for that, Ika. Ako naman, I was, because I consume everything, and I
Yeah.
mean, like, I
You're
try
an
and watch,
omnivore.
yeah, I try and watch all of it, and and so like I can't not acknowledge the looming presence of Morbius as like an example of why it's tiring to like to
It's
trudge
Morbin
out,
time.
diba? To trudge out, and I've mentioned it a few times because it's so glaring. But also like when Let There Be Carnage showed up on I think it was on Netflix. I was super like
Netflix, yeah.
excited. Yeah, I was really really excited about it. So I'm with you guys in that I was one of those people that was waiting 20 years for superhero movies to finally
Mm.
to finally be good, in the way that a lot of us are still waiting for a consistency of goodness in video game adaptations. um but I also have to admit that I normally don't get as excited or hyped anymore. Part of it is because I
Oh,
try to avoid, like for example, Doctor Strange. One of the reasons why I was able to enjoy it was because I avoided all hype.
yes.
um
Oh.
so meron na akong ganong, I want to be apart from the culture, and I just want to enjoy the film itself. um
Mm.
but Love and Thunder, like you, Ika, I was so excited by the fresh energy of Ragnarok,
Yes.
and you know how they just made perfect use of Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song, and then
Yeah.
they brought the old school hard rock with the Guns N' Roses reference in the trailer.
Yeah, it does
And
stand out, right, from the usual Marvel formula.
Yeah.
yeah, and there, yeah, it doesn't follow formula in the way that others do. Like it still has it, but it feels different. But yeah, the even the use of Sweet Child, which at this point is so cliche, and that's where the promise for me was from the trailer was Sweet Child of Mine is such a cliche song at this point, lalo na if you are my age. Like everyone just played it in high school. Like everyone knew
The
how to play.
the Gen X.
Diba? Even if you didn't know how to play guitar, like you could manage the opening riff. Um, and then to from the trailer you hear it and it's like, oh wait, he they just took that and made it magical. So I think there's something here.
Tsaka
Um,
maganda
And
'no, yung
I
parang
I
may
just
hidden meaning yung song.
yeah,
mm,
Ah,
I was gonna say I just realized it now, yung connection ng song
oo,
to
which is
the
kind of
mm-hmm.
story.
spoilery, but
Yes. Yun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
perfect.
just leave
Like,
it at that.
oo, pero 'di ba, like you think at first it's cliche and then you think about it after the movie, like, okay, kaya pala yun yung song.
Mm. Yeah, no,
Everything
that's the
is
brilliance.
with
Again,
yeah.
diba? Like when you have a visionary like Taika Waititi,
Like
na
that.
he can take something that feels trite, and I think that's that. So we can move it now into did we did we like the movie, and without spoiling, um, and I really really enjoyed this. I
Yeah.
pretty much anything Taika touches, I'm willing to give it a chance. I mean,
Mm-mm.
I found Lightyear enjoyable because Taika was there with his silly lines. So you know, be him. I I really appreciate the creative vision that he had for Jojo Rabbit, but I
Mm, yeah.
also appreciate the creative vision that someone like him can have to Marvel. And I was telling
Mm,
someone, why don't I wish that Taika could, because ramdam na rin natin yung Marvel style, 'di ba? Like
yeah.
when we watched Doctor Strange, the first hours Marvel
Oo,
House,
oo, predictable na.
and then the rest of it was Sam Raimi, pero may Marvelness pa. Eto, hindi mo nararamdaman, like you feel like Taika said, "This is mine now." And then he played
Mhm.
with the toys the way that he wanted. That's and
Yeah. That's
I enjoyed it for that, and it
Yeah,
was
it is
so
definitely
amazing.
a Taika film.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
Yeah,
can
what do you
tell,
think?
parang may signature niya eh.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
like with all his shows, like how I don't know how he balances everything. Like what I was telling you both, that he has so much going on. You know, he has like an upcoming Star Wars film.
Mm.
He produced Our Flag Means Death,
And
and he has
co-starred.
yeah, and yeah, and co-starred, and then he has What We Do in the Shadows. Like how, where does he find the time?
It's yeah. So ikaw, what did you think of the of the film?
Well, definitely, I enjoyed it. Like what I said, I did not expect to cry, and it was so emotional. I was crying a lot during the movie, and even my sister, she said that it was like what was it? It's like she enjoyed the movie. Like parang it's been such a long time that she like really enjoyed a Marvel film. And this
Mm-hmm.
one, and I think yun nga, I mean, you go there, you laugh, you cry, but it's basically a big adventure, and I love how it's like he's got this gets na yung character ni Thor na
Mm.
he can be childish, he can be very petty, and si Chris Hemsworth, I guess yung kudos to his performance din na
Yeah.
you
When
know
when
he's
he's
odd,
trying to be cool, he sees his ex girlfriend and he's still trying to be cool, but he's not cool.
diba? Yung parang ang babaw, ang ano niya. And then, it was, I guess, medyo spoilery ng konti. But it was kind of nice that even the inanimate objects like Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, parang nabigyan sila ng
Yeah.
personality. Diba? I mean, who would think that na you'd give these, they're objects, pero para na rin silang
It's
characters
so
in
good.
the,
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree with you. That part's so good.
Can I add
Diba?
just to oh yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
No, no,
Oh I
no. Na-amaze lang ako just, recalling yung mga scenes na like si Stormbreaker, bigla siyang sisingit dun sa um,
parang
screen.
every
Oh, we have a visitor. Hello.
Oo
it's
nga eh.
Uh,
Nung ano,
parang ano in the running siya for ano most most human like inanimate object along with Cloaky from Doctor
oh yeah,
yeah,
they
Strange.
yes,
we
Like
can
they
now
yes.
should
have a spin-off with
yeah
just the
we
inanimate
can have
objects.
adventures like they're gonna have young Avengers, maybe they can have
Uh,
one with the inanimate
no, but they
object.
have the DC Super Pets.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
could be
My
it.
Marvel
Just
and Marvel items.
Marvel accessories.
Marvel Super Items.
Super
Oo
items.
nga, yeah. Good, good. That's a good comparison. Di ba? Yung,
Yeah.
Cloak of Levitation ba siya? Cloak
I
of...
am
Yeah.
emotionally invested in a pair of hammers and also a cloak.
Di
And that's
ba?
because of Marvel.
So we got the record very recently. Like I don't know when the listeners get to listen to this, but last night Karen and I got to talk about everything everywhere all at once. And one of the things I said there was you have to be incredibly intelligent to write something so stupid. And I feel like that, like the jokes here, there's this beautiful balance of just pure artistry and intelligence. So there is one set piece that is set on basically a purely black and white shot thing
Yes, yes,
with
yes.
color grading, and then there's like some color play, but it really feels like old school, like German gestalt art film. But then there's like a dumb joke that still drops in every once in a while that reminds you that you don't have to take it so seriously. And
Yeah, I
and
mean it's a
yeah,
superhero film
yeah.
at
But
the end
that's
of
the
the
thing
day.
that so many of the other superhero movies forget is they forget to
Yeah.
have fun. They
Yes, yes.
forget that
They
it's
take it
silly
so
and it's fun.
seriously.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
want
they
it to be
take themselves
seriously,
so serious.
diba? Diba that
Yeah.
was like the one of the nerd complaints of Doctor Strange was it wasn't serious enough.
It's
And
like, dude,
Um,
he has like a
exactly.
moving cloak. I mean, come
But
on.
that's the thing. It's like I don't like taking a hero seriously. You should get the boys. Alam mo yan? Like that is the logical endpoint of let's take it to the most extreme seriousness. And even that knows that it's a dumb kind of they get silly there also. So that's what I appreciate here is that it's so smart and it's dumb, and I think you cannot overplay how good Chris Hemsworth is,
yes.
how
Yeah, he
funny
does comedy well. Like when I
he's
saw
so funny.
Ghostbusters,
Oh yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
pretty. He's a funny himbo. I mean, Thor's kind of a himbo
He's so
anyways,
good at it. Yeah,
and I like that he draws that out.
and he has to be, but you know that Hemsworth is sharp. Diba? He's
Mm,
sharp with the humor
Yeah,
because
you have
he
to be
can
smart
bounce.
to do
Yeah,
comedy. Yeah.
and
yeah,
his
yes.
timing is so good. His timing, his comedic timing on all of this is so good. So, like, and from what I, the little research that I've done, they did make space for improv in the same way that they did for Ragnarok. So the Hiddleston and Hemsworth improving in that one. Dito marami din improv si Hemsworth. And it feels seamless eh. It feels like it's perfectly written. So like Hemsworth understands Thor perfectly, but so does the director and so does everyone else around them. So yeah, I love that.
That works.
Yeah, I like how like what we mentioned in everything everywhere all at once, like when you enter a new verse, it's like
Mm.
a different genre film and you kind of see that here with certain
Mm.
sequences that I'm not going to spoil. It's just
Yeah.
so funny, like you would never think to see that in like a Marvel film. I'm like what is going on here? But
Yeah.
I'm so on board. Also, they were so specific about I know they're very it's they kind of beat around the bush sometimes in some of the Disney films about the LGBTQIA representation, which I'm glad
Mm.
I saw in Lightyear, and then here we really confirm it with some of
Mm.
the characters. So I was glad about that. Glad, glad with a double A, like the organization. Yeah. But is it enough? Like I'm thinking if it's enough, I would have wanted it more overt. I mean, it was kind of cuttable eh. Parang it was a throwaway thing. But I'm glad that they said it verbally, like oh this character's queer. Like see, my girl Valkyrie. Oh, I was so happy na na-confirm yun. And I guess the other one is a spoiler, so I'm not gonna mention, but I'm glad to see more representation for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So that's with Taika at the helm, no? You know that it's going to
Yeah,
be
it's gonna have chaotic queer
progressive, but
energy
it's
with
great.
any of his shows. And I
Yeah.
was just so on board with it. I was on board the rainbow.
Mhm.
Like he literally said to quote to quote Jane, we'll give them the rainbow. We'll
Yeah,
bring it to
yeah.
them.
So let's wrap it up with our recommendations. What do you think? What are you gonna tell audiences that are thinking about watching this?
Well, it's a Marvel film, so people will flock to the cinemas to see it. But definitely, out of I came out of watching the movie having more. Alam mo yun,
Hmm.
parang I came in expecting ganito lang, but then I went out to the cinema with more. Parang ganun. So,
Hmm.
which is,
It over
yeah,
delivered for you.
yes, yes, exactly. Over delivered siya for me. And which is good kasi 'di ba parang we're always looking for something new ganyan ganyan. So even if you're expecting it to be like Ragnarok, it is like Ragnarok but more.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, which was a big plus for me. It delivered with the emotional my emotional baggage and I guess
Emotional damage.
damage. Yeah, yeah. And I was saying that this is like what pang ilang movie na to in the MCU, and you can see the themes really mature. And for these characters, like see Thor, he's like one of the original characters. We're at this point in his journey as the
Hmm.
character where he's already looking for something more,
Don't you feel like you're
diba?
growing up with them?
Oo, yun nga eh, 'di ba? So parang it's really a journey. So we're on this journey with Thor, but what's nice about his journey is enjoy siya. Alam mo yun,
Hmm.
it's like a fun ride, and I guess it's thanks to Taika. He was really able to shake things up, 'di ba? Like the first Thor movies parang medyo bland and the same ano, but then when Taika came along and then he shook things up with Ragnarok, and then talagang
Yeah.
parang breath of fresh air talaga. So yeah, definitely recommend this to fans, and even the regular people who are not really who don't really follow the MCU. It's still something that they can enjoy, and it's something na unlike in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness na people would have probably enjoyed it more if they saw one division. And what if I guess ang ano ng advantage ng Love and Thunder is you don't really need to see the other Disney Plus shows. Good ka na with just the the films.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would agree with you 100%. And before I ask Karen, I'll just agree all and say not only did he shake up the Thor films, but he actually shook up all of Marvel.
Yeah.
I feel like him and James Gunn were
Yeah.
providing a fresh perspective. And
Mm.
the Russos, as much as I love their work, the Russos were becoming house style. So between
Mm.
them and then you add in Ryan Coogler, and hopefully more women directors. Hopefully, we'll
Yes.
see more.
If you like Taika, you should watch this. If you're getting superhero fatigue, you should watch this for a breath of fresh air. If you like Ragnarok, you should watch this. If you like female badasses, you should watch this. If you want queer representation, we got that here. We have chaotic queer energy. If you're a parent with children, you might want to rethink how you're going to explain what a certain word is because it's a very adult word, lots of adult jokes. So good luck with that.
Taika don't
Have a,
care about your
yeah.
children.
Would somebody please think of the children? So yeah, good luck with that, parents. People with no kids, you're gonna have a good time. And yeah,
Cameron.
I think it's such a great adaptation of the Mighty Thor run. I remember that. I was like, I think
Hmm.
in 2014, 2012, 2014, somewhere there, like
It's
the early 2000s.
the Jason Aaron, Isad
Yes.
Ribic. Yeah.
I would have wanted more Mighty Thor, but I think they did justice to the character and the journey she had to take. And I am so excited for people to watch this. If you're into 80s music, you should watch this. I mean, I think that it really covers most of the audiences we have today. So,
Yeah.
yeah, check that out. Female badasses that will make you go hashtag women, all cap.
So I think worth adding with all of with your mention, Karen, is that this actually brings together two of the really important Thor storylines of the
Hmm.
past decade or so. The parang the Gore God Butcher storyline where we got three different Thors.
Yeah.
That was really interesting, and then we got the Jane Mighty Thor run.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
one I'm familiar with.
yeah.
Yeah.
So so Taika Waititi combined both runs and I guess got the best parts of each. Kasi nga naman ang hirap mag-cast ng three Thors, I guess, or it would have been a different journey that doesn't necessarily fit here. And I'm perfectly happy with those adaptations. All of this nerdiness being said about the comics and all that, um, I think anybody actually among modern Marvel, this is one of the more recent things that you can walk into and know nothing. Like you don't
Mm,
need
yeah.
to know that much about the backstory. You don't need to know that they're Thor and Jane Foster dated. Like it's
Yeah, they have a good
self-contained.
summary.
Yeah, it's self-contained enough, and then sort of the silliness at the start because you people know from the trailer you get Guardians of the Galaxy at the start. You don't need that much, and actually, it's a wonderful film to remind you just how much fun it can be without having to think about the lore and where are we in this phase and
Yeah,
how does
yeah.
it connect to this other
Yes.
thing,
You can just
and
enjoy the
you just
action.
enjoy.
Mm-mm.
And that's the thing for me, like go in there, and we had the privilege of experiencing it on IMAX. If you have that privilege, I suggest that you take it.
Yeah, amazing. Thanks,
Diba?
SMOA IMAX in particular, because it had that really great setup.
I
I don't think they're all gonna get the same party, but
no,
just
but
the size of the cinema and
Yeah, the aisles where
the
you can go up
the
in the middle.
blaring volume of like
Oh
metal
yeah,
that
perfect
is
for the 80s
directed
soundtrack.
to your face as you watch like amazing action sequences.
Yes,
It's
you
a
will
real
go in.
experience.
Yeah, you will go in a human and come out a space Viking.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that
how
is the
epic this
energy.
movie
That
is.
is the energy. Like you embrace that energy as
Yeah, we
well.
were all hollering and like and bleating like goats when we got out.
So so let's let's be honest. It was Karen who really was bleating like a goat. I was
Yes. If you,
I may not have had the same energy.
if you're a fan of goats, especially Thor's goats, you're gonna enjoy it so much. Like me, I went as a goat that's yassified, and I just kept going, wee,
Yeah.
wee, wee.
I feel like you bleated enough in my place, and
I
thank you
bleated
for
for
taking it
everyone.
for
Yes.
me.
Taking it for the
Yeah, taking
team.
it for the team
But yes, we all felt like
Team
space
FlipGeeks.
Vikings, right? Like you wanted to
Pero,
just
I
kick butt
mean,
after.
yun din eh, like, who would have thought na, you would do something like that with the goats, di ba? Parang,
Yeah, but
I know there's a
parang,
that's the Taika, the chaos and
ayun
the
nga, yeah, yeah, yeah.
ingenuity, because
yeah.
they are a staple of the comics, and you always see it like it's iconic, but you never imagine what they really sound like,
Sound
and
like,
so
yeah.
he found the creative space that he could fill in. That's the brilliance of
Mm-mm.
that dude as a creator. I can't say enough about like how much I appreciate him as a creator. But that could be episodes and episodes. Like when Karen finally watches Jojo Rabbit, we can do one.
I will watch it
Yeah,
for you, for both of you.
yeah.
I have a
Nako.
question though. Like you
Sige.
both mentioned it's self-contained. Do you think that this is a good movie to close Thor's story with, or do you feel like there's more to tell?
W- I think it can close, but also if you're gonna keep bringing me Taika and Hemsworth together, like
Okay lang.
doing this, like I just keep bringing it, and there's I I would watch like you guys hear me complaining all the time about, oh, it's another sequel and all that, but this is not a franchise that I would complain about. I want
Yes, you
more.
will become a happy tito,
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
reviewer.
Taika makes me happy.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, I love Taika's queer, chaotic energy with all his movies. So hopefully we see that in other franchises because he has a lot going on. I don't know if he'll do another Marvel film. I would look forward to that.
But beyond just Taika and Thor, I would love to see creators having more opportunity in the Marvel universe to
Yeah, and
sort
more
of pursue.
allowance to get creative,
Yeah,
right?
kasi Gun pushes in one direction, Taika pushes another. Coogler,
Mm.
I'm very excited about. I will always wish that I had gotten an Edgar Wright Ant-Man film, diba?
I
But
want
Mhm.
to
we
see
never
more
really got it.
female-helmed productions, though. I'm looking forward to
Bring
that.
Lexi Alexander back into the
Yeah.
universe. And I'm one of the few people who loved Eternals. So, you
I
know,
love Eternals.
diba?
I liked it.
I
Yeah.
really love the
Mm-mm.
directing of that.
Yeah,
Um
Mm-mm.
yeah.
more females, more females. That's out of context sounds. I sound like Zeus or something. But like
Oh,
more female energy, more queer energy. We need more diversity. That brings new voices
yeah,
into the
yeah.
Marvel franchise.
Uh,
At this point, they
how about
ibagayan
the
first hero.
Daniels? How
Mm-mm.
about the Daniels coming in at some point?
Oh my
You know,
gosh. Could you
yeah,
imagine that?
that's what
That
I
would
would want.
expect more adult jokes.
Pwede na
the
eh.
the
Tumatanda
mommy,
na eh.
daddy, what's
Yeah.
blank? I
'Di ba?
cannot wait. I cannot wait for the parents to hear that question from their children after watching this film.
Because the kids that start off with it are growing up, and so you know they're older now by the time that they get to part 4, hopefully.
What's blank?
'Di ba? But yeah, so I think that's I think we answered your question. Wait, Ika, has she answered your question about
Yeah, Ika, what do you
would you
think?
want more?
Do you want
Ah.
more? Are you
Well,
satisfied?
how the film ended, I think there's more to tell. And yun nga, I think as long as Hemsworth still wants, keeps, as long as he wants to do it, I think they'll they'll
Yeah, and
continue.
they have the post-credit scenes pa. Two of them.
Yes, oo nga. Eh. So feeling ko meron pa.
But
And
wait,
and
there's
yun nga
more.
eh.
So
How the
so
movie ended dun eh. Yeah.
magpa part 2 na lang tayo na spoiler discussion
Yeah,
with
yeah.
some of the
Let's
other
wait
Flip
for
Geeks
people
people
to.
pag nakanood na
Yeah.
sila
Yes.
with post credits discussions.
Yes, definitely.
As a Marvel film, there are post credits.
Y'all should know by now.
Okay, so yeah, that's it Thank you guys for sticking around and checking out our initial reaction for Thor: Love and Thunder, which comes out in Philippine cinemas July 6th. Thank you so much, Disney, for inviting us to see the movie in advance. And yeah, I was trying to mention earlier, we saw it in IMAX in Mall of
Yes,
Asia, and
ma'am.
they actually did a lot of improvements there. So like there are new seats, and the screens are like calibrated to like the latest technology. So that's why it was like a really good watch. So my wish is that they would also upgrade the one in Mega Mall, because that's where we're closest to. But anyways, that's that. Maybe in, hopefully the next MCU movie. But yeah, we will see. So yeah, that's it. Thanks guys for listening. This is Ika,
This
and
is this is the GOAT, Karen. Wait, wait.
and
Alright. Yan yan. With the grumpy
the grumpy
energy.
Tito. Grumpy Tito Kang. So yeah, thank you
Thank
for
you,
listening.
Disney. Thank you, everyone.
Signing off. Bye.
Bye.